All right, apparently now it's everything. Okay. This is a little bit strange, but apparently everything is all right now. So I'm gonna put this one here. Let me check it out. Yes. Display and here. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know. It's a little bit strange. I keep it in that way and see what happens. So guys, right, we need to talk about how the dragon that was epic season 3. I don't finish the season yet, but we will see what happened. And honestly, here wasn't the massive hype like we had in the last season. Back in season 2, which is ironic because it turns out that everything that was, great last season was supposed to pay off in season 3. Logically, and man, it kicks off right in episode 1 and 2. It's crazy. Honestly, I am speechless. What an amazing show, House of the Dragon. It's a definition of epic. Just watching the dragon is insane. I mean, it's like the most close in a lot of the real level, It's just epic. That's the word for it. It's embodied the whole concept of epic fantasy. And what I did a mention of Lord of the Ring, because, maybe, it's now trendy and everyone is reading the Game of Thrones, but, if you are really fan of the Lord of the Ring, you are saying, it's crazy. How to compare these two different stuff, completely different, and all that, but at the end, it is the same concept about fantasy, about this age, and all that, and that aspect. I think is the right the right definition. Said it's something, something similar, and perhaps everyone is reading the Game of Thrones book, but back in the day, Lord of the Rings was undisputed king of medieval fantasy. In that sense, it's the same. But getting back to the epic, last season, the whole world literally froze every week. No exaggeration, and no matter what happened, Sunday was House of the Dragon. Sorry, but I was thinking in Game of Thrones. Always my mind is something like Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones. So it's House of the Dragon. Every Sunday, House of the Dragon. And you had both streaming the season finale, people talking about it all week long, ton of video, and I'm saying that creators aren't making content for it today, but honestly, the season kind of came and went under the radar. It's super weird. I can't quit explaining it, and well, I can't quit explaining it. It's just what I'm saying, and what I've seen is poor and post media posts, you know, for social media, Facebook, and all that. And I don't know, it's something random. It's something random. It's not something like is, you know, I had to reach every stuff about how to dragon to understand what happened, and you know, after that the algorithm of social media attacked me with this post. But in another day, only, you know, the episode path and all your feed is something like full of how of dragon and stuff and all that. So it, but the spoiler of something Tractor obviously had there, and if you think about it, it was only like 3 months, and they didn't even cover the main stuff from episode 2 and 3, a specific moment that were alongside the season finale right now. And I'm talking about the superhero stuff, because my explanation is that Spider-Man brand day ate House of the Dragon. I don't really get it, because I think there are 2 possible explanations. And sorry if I offend anyone, especially since I'm using myself as an example. So don't take it personally. The first season that comes to mind is Potter fan. Fans who at first were like, and oh my god, you know, all the spectacle, the trend, all that. But then as time passed, for whatever reason, they stopped paying attention, stopped caring, and just moved on. Which is stupid, because if you know, you're a casual fan, you're missing out the best part of the show. Everything set up in season 2, all the talking and they building was preparing, you know, was preparing you for a straight up war. So it felt ridiculous to sit through all the setup only to walk away right when the war starts. And it's super strange. And here is my other explanation, is that the superhero genre, you know, it's fantasy genre, because all the hype went to a Spider-Man brand new day, which was insane. Right now it's at $2 billion. It's something like huge. It's something like, oh my god, and only Spider-Man, not the Avenger. People talk about the movie to death. Everyone is crazy about Spider-Man, but still, for a weekly event show, Spider-Man only overlapped with maybe 2 or 3 episodes, you know, of How to Draw. I mean, it shouldn't have completely overshadowed the entire series. So I don't know. I'm not saying Spider-Man is 100 to blame, but overall, you don't see that massive culture noise. Like I said, during the past finale, you'd see you see bars and or even movie theater broadcasting the Game of Thrones finale and House of the Dragon finale. Almost like Dragon Ball event. And it was all the movement. In my opinion, the show hasn't gotten worse. It's gotten better. Seeing Dragon on the screen like this is pure epic. What else in cinema or TV can you see knight and dragon fighting like that? It's fucking insane. I love it. Just the concept of seeing, the dragonfly while everyone below is terrified is, is something that always wanted from a King Arthur legend growing up, to get that medieval fantasy magic right there. So for me, it's incredible. It's there in every aspect, in every way. But for some reason, the general public just didn't connect this time. And it's something important because about King Arthur, I'm not saying it's the same stuff, but if, the grown-up version of King Arthur, that, well, those stories. That is my impression about these two concepts. What do you think, guys? What happened with Game of Thrones and, of course, House of the Dragon? We had the finale in bars and cinema, all the spectacle, everyone wondering, oh my god, this is so cool, we need to watch in group with your friend and whatever. And right now, the season finale gone, and everyone, okay, see you, Spider-Man, come on. It's strange in my opinion. Let me in the comment your opinion, please, because I really understand what happened with this series. So those are my two theories. Either a bunch of posers dropped off, or superheroes ate up the hype. Which one you prefer? Although I shouldn't generalize, because I had friends who read the book, and you know how book readers get. They add bit something like, I know the story, the book is better, and that old kind of mindset. And it's something like the superpower when you read the book, something like that. And having the real source material, they're like, oh, I already know what's gonna happen. I'm bored. That specific group, but I don't think they represent the majority of viewers, or something like that. Is the reason why the people is not the big height of this series right now. I'm not saying that, but it's possible, and that's what I'm saying, that and that is why I include the reading people in this other theory if you prefer in that way. Anyway, I'm gonna review this episode by episode on my channel, because hey, now we need 800 watch hours for monetization. So what the hell? And I don't care, it's my channel, so I'm gonna do that. And right now I'm watching the episode 1 and 2, what's incredible, and I want to share my opinion with you. And a real talk, I didn't get watch it week by week as I try to do it, but I can't. So because the world and all that other content, Spider-Man, Avatar, a lot of content. So I started to watch right now, and I want to share my thoughts with you, because the series is amazing. The first episode is super epic, it's so cool on so many levels. The episode 2 is not about action, but it's super dramatic and super intense. I mean, the suspense of that is awesome, man. Every aspect is awesome in this series. So I really explain why nobody cared about this season. I mean, it's finished and, well, whatever. Yeah, but so if you really like this content, subscribe. You want to talk about more, So subscribe because I'm going to be talking about the whole season right now, episode 1 and 2. And before diving into these 2 episodes, I gotta say, people start turning this show into a meme or calling it, a cheap soap opera with over-the-top acting. To me, that is an insult. Is the drama? Sure, you could have called it Shakespearean drama, but combined with the show epic scale, grit, and audacity, calling it your favorite Westeros soap opera is so ridiculous. What the hell are you talking about, man? Seriously? Stop saying that. Just don't watch the show. Don't watch the fucking show. You called it a soap opera, man. I can tell you what to do, but my advice, you think that you don't watch and you don't dare watch the series. I mean, man, we had fucking dragon flying the whole series, fight dragon by dragon and all that, fighting dragon against dragon, and you say, oh, it's a soap opera, the drama of the week. Oh, come on, man. You stop saying that. It's so stupid on so many levels. So, well, I'm not here acting like a dark part lore expert. I want to clarify that. And something or someone who knows every detail from the books. I'm not that kind of person. When I started the season, I barely remember anything from season 2. As I watched episode 1, I was like, oh yeah, that happened. Okay. All right, I remember that character that just know, I watching House of the Dragon. So I get the whole Game of Thrones world. I love Night of the Seven Kingdom, a fantastic show, by the way. You had the review on the channel, but I enjoyed this purely as a TV viewer, not like a hardcore fan. I even had a screen here with the name. I can barely pronounce that kind of name. Even my English is not the better, so time to be here and share your thoughts with me. So thank you for your passion too. But I'm some hardcore geek analyst and just sharing my excitement for these 2 Western episodes. So if you care about my take and want to dive into this analysis of what happened to the hype, welcome aboard, guys. So let's start with episode 2 and 1. Let's see. It's an incredible episode that starts with the naval battle they set up all through season 2. The Battle of the Gullet. This massive fight with ton of shit and character. You have Jacaerys Velaryon leading the fleet. And man, this show is brilliant. Everyone has their own tactics. Lockhart is like, okay, we follow Velaryon. It's not like Velaryon, I think, Well, Velaryon, get our revenge. We try to get it. While Velaryon's plan is to take out Lockhart, the lower commander, leaving their forces leaderless. So the dragon can't pick up them. But Lockhart had her own plan to destroy their kingdom as a distraction. It was like a game of high-stakes chess at sea. And it was executed so well when he pulled into the 300 style kingdom, I mean the 300 movie, and the strategy trapped them, wrecked their ship, and finished them off. But she was smart enough to navigate it through falling Velaryon, leading to a brutal, incredible naval battle. And that outfit was super cool because I remember something like, well, the fight into the sea was awesome. I mean, all the shit and all the combat, inside the ship was something cool. And remember that Velaryon was something like, we are navigating into this cave, and with this trap, we finish them later. We are gonna protect the dragon for the other ship, and the other ship are gonna be missing because they don't have the leadership, the Lord Commander. So it's a perfect plan. While Lohar was something like, okay, follow him to finish them. And was something that was brutal, and actually she burned his castle, I think, and all the, I think it's something like the gold and all that, but she destroyed the castle, and he was something like, oh, my castle. So what's cool in that sense, man. I really like it. I don't know what do you think about this incredible battle, but I really enjoyed this battle in that aspect. And then, of course, we had the death of Jade. The death of Jade was a pure cinema because we had Rhaenyra that she was ready to fight. She was ready to take the initiative to fight, and no, Jade take her place, attack him, or attack them, the ships, and at the end, he died. And that was something, wow, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect the death of Rhaenyra. And that is the advantage to don't read the book, because I didn't expect that death. And now in episode 2, actually after a massive battle episode, they show slow the pacing down. But here it keeps the momentum going without needing another huge fight. It's through pure drama, incredible writing, and top-tier script. It's super engaging. You are not bored just because there are not big action scenes, and this shows why comparing to ship soap opera is a topic. Look at the stars showing up to hunt down the Lannister. I don't even know how the Lannister survived that hunt. It's remindment for the real world story like Vikings. These guys were straight out rulers. That thing with the enemies' corpses, man. What the hell was that? Was super insane and super bizarre in so many aspects. To wrap up, there at a moment where I thought, why drag this out? Honestly, it weren't being real. The series could have ended right in the episode 2, when Aemond gets taken down at the castle. I think it was the High Tower Castle, I don't remember well. So he gets defeated there. Rhaenyra finally sits on the Iron Throne, and boom, showed over. What was the point of 3 more episodes? I don't know, it's something like 7 episodes. And that's the part of not reading the book. Maybe there are 8 more seasons coming up, but I was thinking, girl, you got the thrones, stop the carnage, please. But joke aside, the symbiotic wave was incredible. When they found Otto Hightower, the guy who compares from the day one to absorb the throne and bring him before Rhaenyra, the emotions are intense. Her walking path is literally forgetting blood and lust. The ancient comes in, see her father, sorry, the elephant. The elephant comes in, see her father bodies, and goes something like, you bitch, you betrayed me. A man that was pure cinema and was super cool moment. Because Alicent trusts in Rhaenyra, and how she paid her killed his father. I mean, man, she really killed his father. Come on. When you think about it, she's a really bitch. But well, she needs to get back the Iron Throne. Okay. I really enjoyed doing this show. It's been awesome. Let me know in the comment what you thought of this episode. I know there's the rest of the season to cover, which we'll be doing here. I just get super hyped after watching it, and you know, I need people talking about how awesome it is. And that, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And you want to share your thoughts, of course, especially because the show actually ends. So here you are thinking something like, okay, I want to talk with someone about the show, but who can share my thoughts of this show? That's the real question. So, do you like House of the Dragon? All this week is pure House of the Dragon in this channel. Of course, we are gonna have superhero content. My next video is my adventure with Superman, and we are gonna have episode 3 and 4 of House of Dragon series. So in that aspect, if you like it, remember to subscribe. Remember stay tuned in the channel, because when you never expect, we are gonna have the next live stream, because we are gonna need 800 hours to this channel. You know, it's something hard, but we can try to get that goal. For the other aspect, we are gonna have an illustration right now in this moment, not because it's a little bit later and I'm really really lazy right now to do that. So in the next live stream, we are gonna have an illustration of how about the dragon? Sorry if that happened something weird in this stream, so I don't know what happened. So I'm gonna finish right now and see what happened. So guys, see you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.